all
There's a
creativity.
version
And
that there's a Mercy Chinwo, you made the little things I do. First time she did it, she was
okay.
worshiping, she was just worshiping, and she was trying to get
Mm.
to worship feel. We put in a vamp, you know, da, 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 da. It was strong with a strong harmony. Promotional, then she, after that service, everywhere she went to, she starting the song like that. It was
Can you imagine?
stressing us. So now she starts starting the song like that. So it was a trend we had.
Spontaneous. Yeah, apart from being creative, you must be spontaneous. Like you should know what to do.
Yes,
If something just
yes.
comes up, you know what to
It's
do
like
next.
entertainment. You have to look at your audience and say, okay, what will put you guys on the edge
Yeah.
right now? As in, like,
Yes.
let it choke. Like in words of the video, you must be choking. You must choke. You choke. Put a breathe. Put a breathe. But let me also appeal, please. Let the poor breathe.
Let them
Why is choking? Let the poor breathe.
Let them all breathe. Oh
So that's the
wow.
fun of the whole thing. It's a fun thing. It's a very fun thing. Quite that is very, very fun. You have the right to take harmony and do whatever you like, what you are thinking. You can make it,
Mm-hmm.
it can be harmony, it can be dissonant, it can be harmonious, it can be antimonious. You can do whatever
Yes.
expresses the emotion and the feeling. Because you are using music and tone and song to communicate something. Music is a language, communication. So if you make an arrangement that does not communicate, now this is also a thing for people most guys who are choir directors, music directors. Most music directors have also made this error. They take a song, they have crazy syncopations, tiki everywhere. I'm not against it. But then ask a simple question. Are they seeing it from the perspective of the guys listening, trying to have an experience? What experience is the arrangement making for the audience?
The
Because while you are
audience.
prioritizing your people and your band and making them have fun, your band and your people must prioritize the audience, because there's no point doing it if the audience will not be blessed by it.
Exactly. Very
So
good
in
point.
interpreting or refixing or reworking your music, you must have the focus of the audience. You must begin with the end in mind. Focus on the audience. What's the experience you're trying to communicate to them? If you're going to refix a song, you have to communicate a better experience. Now you have the right of various approaches to go about it,
Yeah.
but you must choose the one that communicates the best experience for the audience.
Yeah.
Because they didn't come to church to play.
Yeah.
Now I know that there's entertainment, there's fun, but in church, people come to church with needs. People expect the music to bless them. So whatever you are doing in the midst of your creativity, still only through the lens of that, it should communicate the very essence of what the song is about, what the purpose is about. Right? Also think of the service. You do a fix. The song ends with as a dance hall, bang, 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 bang. Pastor coming in next is in the mood of worship to heal the sick. How does he move from bang, bang, bang to heal the sick? You have to make him not stop. He will not start a new worship song. Jesus with his voice. Center of my joy. The voice is not too pure. Your voice better pass the voice. So no offensive pastors, please don't come for me. But all I'm saying is that you see pastors, you see a very powerful song. The pastor comes and starts to sing his own song. Some pastors like to sing a song after just from what they worship, like to sing a song before it. No matter what you did for them. For those of pastors, have the wisdom. Go and ask them, what songs would you want to do? Find out. What songs would you like to sing after our administration? So that you can either rework that song or add it to part of your refix, your mix. Make it work it as part of a fix. Or find a way to introduce the song for them. Or that the progression of the end of your song is progression of that song.
Yes.
Do you understand? So that they have an easy landing. They don't feel stressed out. If a pastor comes on stage after they're feeling that they have to start or end what you have done to start their own, you've not done a good job. Your refix was pointless. Because the essence.
Yes, because I know that some of these pastors, they have their favorite songs and they have their favorite style. You know.
That's why you have to ask them. 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 If I miss that of the church, of the church, you should have to communicate with people. Ask the admin. Have friendship with the admin members. Have friendship with the pastors. Some churches even release their plan for the month early. You should, as a business, you should know the plan for the month, know the theme for the month. The pastors come to preach. The guest pastors, what did they watch online? Check them online and see what's their best song, what songs they like to sing with, what's their favorite song, which artist do they like. You should have that plan for the pastor. If it's a guest minister, find out before he gets there. When I worked in Israel twice, we worked twice now. I worked in 2018 and then 2020, right? When it came twice. When they came 2018, he came with his singers, came with Charlene, Neil, her brother, and a few other guys. When they came 2020, it's like, we don't need you guys. We don't need to come at all. He's going to come with the band, and you guys will do a work for him because you guys have already sound good. Israel came late, of border system, and then he got into Nigeria and couldn't rehearse. But when I saw him, I said, Mr. Israel, whatever song is in your mind you want to do, whatever version is in your mind, the one you did last, we have it lockdown. You know why? When I want to score your songs, I will score every version from the time before to the very last one you did. No matter the version you call for me, we are ready.
I know that.
I said, big shout out today to LCGC, Lagos Community Gospel Choir. That still remains the best choir in the whole wide world. See, Sunday service choir, they learn. Trust me. You get my point. LCGC can carry a song that is in your imagination and make it a full jam on stage.
LCGC.
Lagos Community Gospel Choir. Go and look for them. They will cost you wahala. That's where St. God was MD for. Yes, and I came to replace him. That guy did a good job there right now. Although I'll see someone think, the choir is only as good as Mr. Director. So while you are treating your people well and all that's important, if you don't have the creativity to how to use those talents, to be pointless. It's like having money, a lot of money in the bank. You know, man doesn't give you one nonsense interest rate. It doesn't quite multiply your money. The smart guys don't keep on the bank, they invest them. You're not so smart guys are the guys who are careful, put in their bank. So if you don't have that creativity, it's like having money in lots in the bank that gives you 5 to 10% interest rate per year. Meanwhile, you can invest that money and be getting like 4.2% every month. Or 2.4 every month. Yeah, that's how it is. So the MDs have to do the work. They have to do this.
Yeah,
they have to do a lot of work.
They have to. Some people have some questions. Please, good evening. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. I've seen a lot of my friends. Hi. Oh my God. Hi, Moyo.
Yay. Benny.
People are coming. Oh my God. My people, my car members of then. Such an honor. Thank you, Moyo, for coming, for stopping by. Frank, dragging everybody along. That's so cool. That's so cool. Okay, please, if you have a question for Frank, kindly put it down in the comment section. I think it will be best to just put it down on the comment section. But you want to say something, Jerry? I have someone on Facebook who wants to say ask a question. I think, yeah.
These comments are just amazing. I'm seeing people just give a flop comments. I say, please, the guys who are doing flop, God bless you. Just keep whatever I've said that you think is important. Just keep highlighting it because I'm seeing you're just summarizing my comments for me. Thank you.
Yeah.
Frank's taking me worldwide. No, just said, oh, you're half and my guy. My name is director. I hear you, sir. Favor. What else? So,
that's the question. So yeah, someone is about to ask a question on Facebook here. Yeah. So please go ahead, Jerry.
Yeah. Good evening, Frank.
Good evening.
Good evening, Frank. Yeah.
Good evening, sir.
Jerry, I want to ask a question because all you have said you point spotted on. Well, I want to ask a question. You see, modern day choirs now we are all facing challenges because if I've been hearing or you've been singing and you've been mentioning Lagos Gospel Community Choir, which we in Lagos here we are familiar with, we are very familiar with them, and by grace I opportunity to know some people who have been there, who have left, and all that. But we here we face a challenge whereby the situation in the country is messed up and is affecting especially the choir, where you don't have people turn up for rehearsals.
Okay.
You don't have people turn up for rehearsals. And you keep pleading, you do everything possible to make sure they come for rehearsals. And they still tell you that, why are people feeling my family?
Yeah, so you're talking about the financial challenges this choir members face, yeah?
Yeah, the financial challenges.
Okay.
And sometimes when you look at it, you have this feeling in your heart that me and this people will be.
Yeah. Okay.
You understand? So you just have to and you need these people to make your work, to
Easy. So what's the question now? Yeah.
But you find that some days you see them, you fix the answer days that we suit them.
Okay.
Then people come.
Okay.
So how do you go about
how do we go about it?
How do you go about this? Because it's not just only my church, but majorly
several other places. Okay.
Yeah, because you see when you go online, you see them online. They are now online members.
Oh, online members. Okay. How do we treat? How do we treat cases like that? Okay. Okay. It was different. Jerry, I understand what you're saying. You can't compare that time to now. You can't.
It was fun for us. It was fun because we are anticipating our own. We get to realize we learn new things. We learn new things. Somebody will get to pick something new for us to learn.
Yeah.
But now you have all the information even on social media. You even post on Fire platform.
I just want him to, yeah, a lot of people have questions, Jerry, so he already got the focus.
So
how do we go about it? Did you hear everything he said?
I heard Peter and basically, so the question is, how do we go about what? Getting people to stay committed, or what's the real question now?
People who have financial challenges, who really want to be in choir, you know, because of the whole thing going on in the country right now.
Okay, so let me tell you, let me speak about the recession has been happening since 2001. It's not gotten better in the world since 2001 till now.
2001. That time is different from now, Frank.
Trust me, because you're in this time now, you don't know how bad it was. As at that time, you were someone's child. You're not a parent.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So think of, let's be clear. You were someone's child. This is someone's food in someone's house. You are not someone's parent. So that's how you're feeling now. But it has always been like that. So nothing has quite changed. So now, most of us who were young then are now people's parents.
Yeah.
His husband now. So it feels like a different thing. But it's the same thing. Okay. And I always tell my wife, I said, parents raised families in that season. They did. And we didn't even know how bad it was.
Yeah.
That means life will always be happening, and life will always be going on. So your question should really now be, how do I since as a leader who is not the minister director or director, how do I make people find the balance? So it's two things. One is, like I said from the start, it's about the people, your choir members. It's about them. So I'll give some things I've done practically. I've had choir members who came to church and want to sing in the choir who didn't have a job. I've had some who were street hawkers, were selling maybe gal on the road. I've had some, I'm not joking. And when you now use all the connections you have, okay, for example, okay, what's your school said? What do you use? Okay, I'm a graduate. You use all the connections in the choir and in the larger church community to find people who can find them jobs, who can employ them. I'm not joking. You have to go that far. Find out choir members who are doing well, who need like a secretary or something, who need like a PA, and encourage them on your ward as a shorty to get them jobs. Raise money for people. Start investment. Start business. Encourage guys to do businesses. No joke. In my time, I made all my guys to actually go on social media, start to push their social media page. You can find it called demonetized. Right? So that's one thing you can do. But most importantly is that you have to for people to come to church or the house. You need to create an environment where people distress. When they think of coming to that environment, stress leaves their head. People will always come to a place that's welcoming.
Okay.
My point. People will always come to, if you create an environment where people feel where they feel distressed, as in distress leaves them, they just leave distress, they feel like bodies are lifted, they will always come to that environment. So you have to find out what are these people's needs and how do I create the environment that takes the stress. For example, for me right now, it was Lagos. Let's say at that point it was Lagos traffic and all kinds of issues. What to go to the environment where when they come, it was a clear vision. People should come here, and when they get here, they should drop all their burdens. They should leave here happier than when they came. They should go home stressed. So it should be like when the rehearsal should feel like therapy for them. It was a clear vision. What about teaching songs, everything? It should feel like rehearsal must always feel like therapy. So that even if you are not maybe hassle. I could not have an outburst.
Yeah.
I had to keep that. I had to keep that balance of emotion.
I remember
that I don't. So,
yeah.
I've always done it, sir. I didn't even know. Anyways,
it's always fun, being under.
I can't remember. I didn't remember. but I know that once you mess up that chemistry in rehearsal, people's minds are affected. So you want to keep environments where people feel like it's their safe zone.
Yeah.
I've had this as well. When I heard rehearsal, people I start saying go home. I start saying, come on, be going home. I start pursuing them to go home. They don't want to leave. Now, but I did other things also. I had people have accountability partners, so that I could tell this person, call this person, you call this person. So that somehow, even if I couldn't reach you, someone will reach you.
Okay.
Then I had other guys who had mentored to submanage other people. So I knew where every choir member was per time. I knew the ones that were broke, the ones that were hungry, the ones who had COVID issues, the ones who had relationship issues, the ones who had money issues, the ones who needed a job, the ones who got a new job, the ones who had a new child, the ones who were getting engaged, I knew what was happening with every single person per time. If you enter the choir for the first time, I gave it to certain people who will manage you to grow, vision. You get my point? We asked you about your job, what your dreams, your visions were. We gave you friends. If you came to choir, you were timid. We give you 2 weeks. Everybody will force himself on you. You have friends by force. Yeah. So there was constant communication. So we always knew where everybody was. So we always knew how to approach people. And I can tell that there are people who got money and clothes and other things from me that never knew it came from me.
Oh, wow.
They never knew. Because the person who I told to manage them would tell me what their issues are. So we'll plan it and send it through that person. Wow. So it's easier because that person is now their friend, not MD who is looking like one big bad wolf. That person is their friend. So we'll plan it and send things to that person. Then which get my point?
Yeah.
It was a deliberate thing so that I didn't have to control everybody. But I created systems where people knew I knew where to get info from for everybody. I can see Chinwoye. Chinwoye was my member that year. She's my choir member. My music choir member. Yes. And she can attest to what I'm saying right now. We try to create this environment, this communication. Get my point. Know what people were doing, what they were going through, ask their questions. Above all things, the biggest thing you can give to your choir members is the ability to hear from God and be able to pray for themselves. That they can hear from God and they can pray for themselves. It's very important. Because if you hear from God, even if the world is very, very bad, when you hear from God, you will actually know if you have to build a conviction. So I spent a lot of time teaching my choir members. I do music, so you can't say because music is the music is on point. But I got people saying that leave the music, leave the teaching the word of God, they pray. I just do your music. Well, my music was on point. The word of God was on point. Simple. So I wish that there was a balance. You don't get so spiritual. The music is now suffering. Don't get so technical and the spiritual is not dying. You have to have a balance of both of them. Your guys should feel powerful. The rehearsals were things where things happened. There were people who had cancers that got healed in rehearsals. I've seen people who had all kinds of things. As in different churches that did for cancers, HIV, all kinds of, I'm not joking, that got healed with results you show me. So you see that environment, how you have to keep it coming. You have to keep that environment where people can really hear the word and confirm it. There are things I had to do that people didn't know about. Example, in LCGC, the call time was 12 o'clock. I used to get there by 8, 9. Guess what? From 9 to 11, I have a long sheet. I pray from the senior man of God to all the pastors. I pray from the department heads like that, down, then to my choir. I had to pray for choir members one by one. I prayed for to get houses, to get married, to get cars. The things I prayed for that happened literally. I prayed for promotions on the jobs. I prayed for all kinds of people. Some people didn't even know. Some those who found out started telling me to pray for them. Things I used to happen. But it was a constant thing. Then I had his inner circle. There was a Godfrey, there was a Lizzie, who I will call for 11, have a review meeting. Then I will teach them and we'll pray. The times we'll have an issue and then it's going bad. I'm coming. I say, Godfrey, go and come back. I go back, I blast, pray, command it. I come back, it's organized. So there was a constant of altar. I was constantly fasting. I was not really eating. They used to force me to eat food in my choir, LCGC. There was corner meetings. They say they're calling one when we go down. They'll block you, must eat this because I had a rule. Until everybody eats, I don't eat the food. Yes, I always had that rule. That one don't taste. I don't. Until everybody eats, I don't eat. Until the last person has eaten, I don't eat. Instead, I give my food away. That's my rule. But beyond that one of the reasons which they did not know why I was not, it was that I was constantly fasting and praying for my choir members. They did not know. I'm sure some of them are hearing this for the first time now. They did not know. Maybe Godfrey should have known. I think David knew too. But they did not know. I was constantly in fasting and in prayer. So especially during events period, because there's a lot of tension happening. People are shouting. People are trying to get things done. There's a lot of tension. So to calm your spirit down, you have to be constantly in keep your flesh down, constantly in fastings. You never understood why I didn't let this eat food. I was constantly fasting. Because there's no way around it. If you have a stubborn choir member, you have to pray for them. You pray for them. Either you give them money, give them food, and pray. So it works. Money, food, gift, and prayer. Your most stubborn choir member will break. Money, food, gift.
But I was going to ask you because I know, yes, as a choir director, like you stated, there's a whole lot of work that you have to do. But how do you get to unwind? How do you unwind? How do you get yourself back? How do you encourage them? Who encourages you? How do you get your strength back?
Honestly, because the simple thing is this. You need to be bigger on the inside than you are on the outside. Hello, Pastor John. Thank you, Chinwe. That was a gift. I recall when you spoke about my trip to Dubai. I did that. I can't remember. That's Chinwe speaking.
Okay. You're right, gift.
Wow.
Thank you for joining.
Oh, wow. Uncle, my mentor, Pastor John is here. My mentor is here. This call. Thank you, sir. Oh, wow. Anyways, my music mentor is here. So how do you get to unwind? It's hard, though. I won't lie. You have to have, like I said, the easiest way to unwind as a choir director is just two things. Live a fasted life. Number 2, spend a lot of time in the word. Remember that it's God that sent him. It's God that gave him sent him message. When it gets beyond you, say, God, see, I dash you back. Saw the issue. I cannot kill myself. I cannot come out. I can't kill myself. Allow me to bless you and stuff. But the point is that you always have, it is the fact that your heart is big to accommodate all these guys, that you really, really love them, that makes you go this extra mile. You cannot, if you are going, you cannot be, if you are in for the money, you will not go this far. Trust me. It's too much work.
Okay.
It's too much work. It's too much work. You cannot, if it's about the money, you cannot. It's too much work. Trust me. They are paying you, see, if Mr. Director, if I do something right now, if they are paying you 2 million per month, it still won't be enough work. In all honestly, oh God, let me live like that. But as in your money will go, your time will go. Some of my boys will tell me, some of my boys, not your boys, will tell me that.
How do you get this money to take care of those people? Because you get to become everything to everybody. Like
you have to, yes, you have to. You have to.
How do you get this monies? And another thing, very, very sensitive question I want to ask you. Do you think it's right for gospel musicians to be paid? We have talked about this like 4 or 5 times now. I just want to have your view on it. Do you think it's right? It's a very...
It's a very straightforward answer. Answer is yes.
Yes. Okay.
But let me say 2 things.
Okay.
So like when I came to this person's house, and a lot of people do not know this either. I'm saying things that people don't know about me.
Okay.
When I came to this person's house, before that time I worked in church engineer as a lawyer. Remember, I was a church engineer that's this and so I had my own law firm and all that. Yeah. I was making living boy, changing Benzi every 6 months, every 1 year, living in a children flat, fully furnished, living alone, my kids, my everything, one big boy. But that was part of it. So but my focus was church and everything. So when we began paying people then in church, we brought the proposal out. I want to be part of people to help that we pay people staff in church out there. It was the thing we did. I took that mind to Abuja. Then when I was called to come to Lagos, I did the same mind. So when they asked me they want to start paying me, my secretary there was called Bumi George, used to call her Mafia. And I thought I didn't want to get paid. She said, why? I said, I'd rather do my own thing. I've always done my own thing. I don't want to get paid. Can I work for free? She said, no. I said, why can't I work for free? She said, because the work here is crazy. When you start the job, you understand. I said, well, I'm not cheap. If you say I should go get paid to get work, you not pay me well. She said, don't worry, when you start working, you understand. Right? So I worked with that mindset all through. Where in my mind, as if I was working for free. I won't lie. I used to forget I was getting paid. Literally, when I got my alert for getting paid, I was surprised. But my point I'm making is this: if they had allowed me to do it at my own pace, I'd have been happy to work for myself. I don't like to be tied to somebody for money. I like to control my own money. Yeah. I've always liked it. But the demands of work in TPH for musicians, you have to get paid. You don't have a life. So let me make a confession. I hope my wife doesn't see churches. I did not do honeymoon because I did marriage. I brought Lagos to say thank you, Pastor Nibabi. So I did a concert on Sunday. That's how my honeymoon went. I was concerts back to back. Till now, I'm not the honeymoon. Yes,
Oh
that
my
is
God.
how. Exactly. You see my point, Abi? That's how it is. So that is how it's been. So that's how churches can be so demanding on you, because they tell you work Friday, you are free on Mondays and on Fridays. Now, like that, they'll not say, but if there's a need for work, you will show up. They will tell you can go on leave, and you can go on leave. But if they call you, you must come back. Wherever you are in the world, you can't turn off your phone. They're not joking. When you start working, you understand why. The music involvement in church is so much and so important that